live from Japan. It is Saturday, July 7th, and this is Stark Raving Totals. Welcome to this segment. This is where we talk about totals across the board, Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Very early for me in the AM in Japan, but I am here to take a look at a couple games. So we got two games here on the card. We're going to look at Major League Baseball and the WNBA. For me personally, the last 2 days have been about the worst 2 days I've had in a row in quite some time. I've basically won like one game over the last couple of days. I've been like 1-8, something like that. I couldn't pick a game to save my life. It's been absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing. It's not like I've had bad luck. They've just been bad calls. I've been terrible. So hopefully whatever I tell you today will that bad streak will be over with, and we can go ahead and jump on to some winners today. So let's talk again. This is where we talk about totals across sports. You guys come in, give great comments. Got World Cup going on right now. SBRpicks.com, Sportsbook review. That's the main webpage. YouTube channel. That's this right here. A lot of good segments out there. And of course, Facebook, we got a lot of good stuff in there as well. So check it out. I got my coffee. As you can see, I'm on location right now. So I'm traveling around a little bit. I'm actually near the city of Nagasaki. Actually, I'm in the city of Nagasaki. Very, very cool city. Highly recommend you come visit. Okay. So let's talk. Let me make sure everything's up and running here properly. And then we'll go ahead and we will get this show on the road. And it looks like we're good to go. So I got a portable Wi-Fi here, so I want to make sure that that's working okay. It looks like everything's good to go. So I'm in Japan. Let's talk. All right, so Major League Baseball, let's just dive right in. First game up. We're going to go to the Dodgers and the Angels. So for me, this is just a line movement play. It's just a line movement play. Very interesting line here. So it started out with 9 at -1. What a great game yesterday, by the way. At -115 on the over with Stripling versus McGuire. McGuire it does not have good major league numbers. But this is what gets me on this one. The line's jumped all the way to 10. And it's a pretty big steam move because the public's on the under. That really gets my radar up. I'm not sure why it's so high. I'm going to take a shot on the over, and I hate doing that. I don't like taking overs so much. And actually, I got 2 overs today. Maybe I need to start taking some unders to get back on track, or take some plus money line dogs. But I'm going to take a shot here with the over at 10. It's a lot of runs. And when you look at them statistically, well, the Dodgers have been great on the road, at least. I mean, they're hitting 251 on the road, averaging 9 hits per game. Yesterday, the teams they didn't hit very well, but it was, Dodgers were on the road after being home. Angels came back from their series against Seattle. They got 9 hits. They didn't leave on a ton of guys. There were a couple opportunities early where they probably should have scored more. But I think this goes over. I mean, we look at Stripling on the year. I think he's a touch overrated. 2.27 ERA, 1.12 WHIP. He's not that good. And we look at him over his last 5 starts. He's gotten touched up just a little bit. I mean, he's given up 24 hits in his last 17 innings. So it's not like he's been unscathed. He's also given up a home run in at least 1 in 5 of his last starts. I like the fact that Ohtani's back in the lineup as well for the Angels. I think they could score. I think they could put up 4 or 5. So I'm going to take a shot with the Angels to go ahead and score some runs here. Stripling's been good. He's been good. He's a good major league pitcher. But I think the Angels can score here. So I'm going to take a shot with them to go ahead and do that against Stripling, whose numbers have been pretty good. But he had a nice run of games against, was it Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, San Francisco, where he was just really, really good. And San Diego prior to that. Also Washington prior to that. So he pitched really well, and he's kind of, like I said, over the last few games been touched up a little bit. I think the Angels will get to him today. I like that Angels lineup. I don't know why they're not hitting better. Dodgers shouldn't have an issue today with this guy here, Deck McGuire. His numbers are terrible. His career numbers are not great either. But I mean, you're talking he's been a spot starter or a reliever. He hasn't had a lot of major league innings, but his overall numbers are not great. I'm sure he's better than his 7.56 ERA and his 1.56 WHIP. He's probably a little bit better than that. But the Dodgers can hit, and they're starting to hit, and their road numbers are great. Like I said, I mean, they're hitting 251 on the road. That's good, man. and they're getting over 9 hits per game on the road, and they're averaging over a home run per game. I mean, they're just hitting well on the road. They should come out with their hair on fire after that loss yesterday. That was pretty bad. They should have won that game. But my boy Ohtani worked the walk. I like the over. Also, the number as well. We're going with the numbers play here. Major League Baseball, we're just over 500. I think with the number, how it is, how it's gone from 9 to 10. Now there's the juice was actually about even money, but now it seems like the juice is being pushed like minus 110 at 10. Say that 5 times fast. I like the over. I'm gonna take the over for 1 unit. Okay, and again, I've been struggling. Okay, full transparency, but it's but it's just been a couple days. It's one of those streaks you just have to deal with. And I've been bad. I've been really bad. I hit one Japanese game yesterday, and that's it. I lost. Didn't lose all my money. I lost all my games. I lost everything as far as my games are concerned. Luckily, I controlled my units really well, so it's not killing me so much. That's just all personal stuff. I've been bad. It's been rough. So I'm glad I didn't give out any of those picks. For us, our last segment, we were 1-1 in totals, but we lost we were 1-2 in totals. Sorry, we were 1-1 in the NBA. I digress. Let's continue. All right, let's go to the WNBA. So for us, again, Major League Baseball, I'm going to take a shot with the Dodgers, Angels over the 10. It's a lot of runs. I don't know, a little bit of a gut call. I just think they get after it today. I think we're going to see a lot of good quality at bats. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. All right, let me make sure we're still coming in clear here. My Wi-Fi, I got wireless, portable Wi-Fi here. And oh my gosh. Okay, so guys are coming in, but cool. It looks like is it really choppy on the video? Okay, so it looks like we're going okay. All right, so WNBA. I got one play here on the card, and it's the last game of the day. But let's talk real quick. These are weird lines, man. This is bizarre. First game, Washington and LA. 157.5. Public is all over the under, 96%. And it's gone up to 160.5 with higher juice on the over. How this game goes over, I have no idea. Why it's getting pushed up so much, I have no idea. I would lean on the under, but I'm probably going to lay off of it because it just looks so. How the lines move, 4 points. I don't get that at all, because if you look at the Sparks, statistically, they're allowing under 70 points per game at home. That's number one in WNBA. And they've had 10 home games. They're a really good defense team at home. They're coming back from a loss against Minnesota. I mean, they should come out, ready to put the clamps down. Washington hasn't been on the road all that much. And when you look at them statistically, on the road, they're averaging a ton of points. So, I mean, how is it going to work out? I think it's a really tough call. I mean, they're averaging, almost 90 points on the road. They've only had 6 road games, though. And I don't think they've played a defense as good as Los Angeles. I have no idea how this gets over. But their tempo as well, 64.5 attempts per game on the road. Washington, you look at that, that's second slowest in the WNBA. I just don't see this game getting up and down, and I don't think Washington's going to be able to score at their ridiculous 48% shooting percentage road-wise. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I understand it's been pushed, the line. I don't think they get there. I'm probably not going to play it just because it really bugs me. I'll wait, kind of see how it moves. But I've been so cold, I really need to circle the wagons right now. And also, I want to start for this segment giving out just one play per sport. I think I've had a lot more success in the past when I've done that, or giving out just like one play per day. I've had a lot more success than just like going 3-4 plays. So I got opinions. Take it as you will. That doesn't mean anything. But I'll tell you what I'm going to play for sure. That's what the segment's about. Then you guys come in and give comments, and I comment back. Okay, next one up. So Washington, LA. I have no idea how that's going to roll out. Sparks could put the clamps down. Maybe they want to get up and down. I have no idea. I have no idea why it's moved up that much. I don't know what I'm missing. Next game, Minnesota, Chicago. Again, 166, and it's been pushed up to 169, which makes sense. You got Chicago, fastest team in the WNBA right now, or one of the highest scoring teams. But they're coming back from a 2-game road swing. And then you got Minnesota, unlike LA, defensively, they're the best. They're the best on the road. They're allowing 77.9 points per game. That's the lowest in the WNBA on the road. They're just, I mean, it's Minnesota. They're, you know, quality organization. They just play well everywhere. A big win versus LA. So when they come to Chicago, the line's moved up 3 points. Does that mean they're going to really get up and down with Chicago? Because Chicago's a really fast-paced team, and that was a really weird second half, wasn't it? Both of the last WNBA games, not yesterday. That Atlanta game was really. I had the under yesterday, for example, with the Atlanta game, and they went really fast. And they went over easy. But the day prior to that, the two later games with Chicago at Las Vegas, first half was absolutely bananas, and then second half totally opposite. Same thing with Phoenix and Connecticut. First half, the second quarter, they went crazy. And then the second half, nothing. Really weird, man. WNBAs can be really, really hard to predict. So don't put all your eggs in one basket with the WNBA because you just don't know how the women are going to perform. It's a small pool of athletes. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of parity in the league. I think it's really hard to predict. Comparatively speaking to the NBA, I think the NBA is a little bit easier. At least for me, it is. There's still money to be made. All that being said, okay, so Minnesota, Chicago, how's it going to roll out? It's 169. That's a lot of points, man. Is Minnesota going to come in and play great defense, or are they going to run up and down with Chicago? I don't know. So that's probably a layoff. Sometimes the best play you can make is just not making one. Hold on, I'm checking out some stuff here. Okay, so this is what I got. I got Connecticut and Las Vegas. Last game of the day. It's gone from 168.5 to 167.5. The public is a little bit on the under. And that kind of makes some sense. That's a lot of points. I'm going over. Let me tell you why. So I'm going over with this. I'm going over the 167.5. So on the season, again, I'm going with some home and away numbers here. When you look at Las Vegas at home, first of all, they're the third fastest team as far as attempts per game at home. They're averaging 69.6 attempts per game, but they're averaging 86 points per game. I really like that. And then defensively at home, they're allowing 86 points per game. This is perfect for us. For Connecticut, a team that really likes to get up and down, especially at home. Also, when you look at Connecticut, they're a fast team. Again, especially at home, but on the road as well. They just got done with 3 really tough games. They just got done playing. Check this out. The Storm, arguably the best team in the WNBA right now. Not really arguably, they are the best team in the WNBA right now. I don't know if they're going to win it, but they're playing great basketball. At Seattle, very, very tough place. They scored just 70 points. Then at LA, again, like I mentioned, the best home defensive team in the WNBA, where they won, but they only scored 73 points. And then at Phoenix, that's a really tough slate. All they needed was to throw Minnesota in there. I mean, that's a really tough slate of 3 games in a row. Now they're finishing up their road trip here. Las Vegas, I think they're going to get, it's not a long trip. They're going from Phoenix to Las Vegas. I think it's going to get up and down. And I like Connecticut. When you look at their road numbers, check this out. They are the fastest tempo team in the WNBA. They're destroying as far as tempo, 74 attempts per game. The next closest, Atlanta on the road at 68.9. They're a really fast team. And they can score. I mean, they're only shooting 42.3%, but they're averaging 82 points per game. Defensively, on the road this year, they're not bad, but they allow 82 points per game as well. So I think oddsmakers kind of nailed this number at that 168. I think it's gone down, but I think it's going to go back up. Before first tip, I think this is going to be an absolute track meet where they score like 180. Okay, so I'm going to go over with Connecticut and Las Vegas. I like this game. There's, sometimes I'll say like, it doesn't mean like, throw 12 units on it or whatever. For me, it's still a 1-unit game, but I like it. I think it's a winner. I like that game. Don't go crazy with it though, because I've been high school. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I'm so watching some baseball here. Gosh, that's really strange. Okay, so what do you guys got for me? Wow, Russia tied it. I didn't see what happened. Croatia was winning 2-1 in stoppage time, and Russia ties it. Well, I think it was stoppage time, wasn't it? Or towards the end of the second half, at least. Wow. World Cup, crazy. Let's get some comments. Nobody's here. Well, you guys are here. Sorry, I didn't mean that. That was disrespectful. You guys are here. Anthony's here. Let's get back on track today. Yeah, let's get back on track today. It's been rough. Ron, morning. Get back on track. Yeah, I will. I will. Just one of the, like I've said it for years since I've been with Sportsbook Review. It's just you can't win every day. You can't win every week. You can't win every month. But you can just over time, given enough games and enough opportunities, you want to pull out a profit. Anthony, great call. Charles, I guess that's an early comment, Anthony. So I'm guessing you're talking about the Major League Baseball game. Sema J, hello. I like your new bag. Well, it's just for today. Tomorrow I'll be back at the kind of the vacation home, if you will. What did you miss? Nothing much. Sema J, Mr. Stark, have you looked into any NBA Summer League? I did a little bit yesterday. I'm going to lay off of that though. Right now I'm focused in on Major League Baseball and WNBA. So the NBA Summer League I think is really hard to predict because you just don't. I have no clue. I don't know who's in there. I just don't have enough information to make an informed decision. And Kingsley, what's up? Not much. Sema J, Russia has a higher power helping them out. Oh yeah, are they getting some calls? It would make some sense. And Kingsley, I lost a lot of money betting on Sparks versus Atlanta Dream. Had to stay off WA. Yeah, well, I didn't lose. I lost a unit on. I took the under. But Atlanta they're a pretty fast tempo team. The other day with that game versus Seattle, I thought they would play a lot better at home. Well, they came back in the second half a little bit. I was just surprised because both teams are good defensively. So I was surprised that they scored as much as they did. WNBA has been weird this year. There's been a lot of points. So look for a regression here. I think we're going to start seeing some unders, although I have an over today. I just don't know how LA and Washington and Minnesota and Chicago, how they get to those numbers today. Gosh, that's a lot of points. I don't know. Maybe I'm just off. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Really weird line movements. Yeah, you don't want to kill yourself with WNBA. I like handicapping it because for me it's fun. It's basketball. I'm more of a basketball handicapper than anything else. Baseball would be second. So for me, I enjoy it. But anyways, let's continue on. Any opinion on the Boston game? They've already gone off, I think, haven't they? Oh no, they play a little bit later. Hold on. Who's going for? Oh, that's right. You got is Price going today? No, not Price. Is Price going today? It is Price. Yeah, versus Kelly. That's a weird line movement as well. It's got from 9 to 9.5. You got me, man. I don't know. I mean, they scored a bunch yesterday, so I don't know. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. Maybe bats in motion tend to stay in motion. But when it comes to overs, guys, especially in Major League Baseball, you look at Sportsbook Review. If you go over your cursor on the opener, very rarely does the public jump on the under. Usually, they're on the over for the most part. So numbers usually go up in Major League Baseball. I mean, if you got 5 games, 3 or 4 of them will go up, and then the other one might go down. I got no opinion on that one right now. No opinion. Boston should light up Keller, but I just don't know enough about that. Okay, what else we got? Kingsley, I have done well in Wimbledon and UFC though. Good. Yeah, I don't play those myself, but good. Ron, any edge on the Nippon Fighters Marines game? Well, yesterday that was my one winner yesterday. I had Nippon Ham and Latte over the total, and they went over. And then I took the over again with Hiroshima and Tokyo, and gosh darn, they against 2 veteran pitchers who've struggled, and they could not get any hits. That was really frustrating. But no, I haven't really looked at that, Ron. I will right now, though. Let's go and let me take a look at the starting pitchers. So for Latte, I don't know this guy. I know his face. Guy comes in with a 5.64 ERA, and Nippon Ham can hit, man. They're a second in the Pacific League. Oh, my Wi-Fi is just about to die, so I got to get out of here pretty quick. And for Nippon Ham, their guy is 4.76 ERA. It's probably a pretty high total. I would lean on the over, and they hit the ball pretty well yesterday. So little lean on the over there. And Wi-Fi is still up. Okay, so I'm just about to, yeah, it's just about to die, so I got to get out of here. Right now, I'd lean on the over. It's probably pretty high. Semajay, seems like the whole world is on the over on the Dodgers game. Well, actually, if you look at Sportsbook review, public is on the under, but the number's gone up. So sometimes the public's not wrong. Sometimes. We'll see. Okay, so for me today, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. We got 2 plays here on the card. We're going with the Angels and the Dodgers. We're going to take a shot with over the 10. A lot of runs, but I think they kind of go nuts today. And then in WNBA, we got 1 play later. The late game, we got Connecticut and Las Vegas, a game I think is going to get up and down. So I'm going to take a shot at over the 167.5. So a couple overs, but again, personally, been struggling. So you guys, I hope you're doing better than me. But we'll get back on track. Maybe we can knock out these 2 today, and that'll get us a good segue into tomorrow. All right, so tune in tomorrow, and we'll talk then, I guess. You guys, a real quick, a couple quick comments here at the end. Semajay, Nationals not hitting the lefty roll. Back the under on that game, plus Scherzer is good. Well, that game's already gone off, so I think, hasn't it? Hasn't no Washington? Am I just way off here on everything? No, gosh. Yeah, but I kind of like Chen. So yeah, I would personally, I would probably lean on the under. But that's it. Okay, I'm getting out of here, you guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll just go and recap one last time. We got the Dodgers, the Angels. I'm going over the 10, big number. We're going to take a shot, and then in WNBA, we're going Connecticut, Las Vegas. We're going over the 167.5. That's it for me, you guys. Best of luck on all your picks. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stark Raving Totals, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, thanks. We'll talk soon.